Hi, it's Monday, the 16th of September, and we're here to look at the astrology for today. I'm sorry, I'm just moving the cat because she's in my way. Right, I'm just going to share today's chart because there's a couple of interesting things on it. There we go. Right, there we go. Okay, so I can put the cat back now. Yeah, first thing, Moon has moved into Pisces. We've got that down here. Now, there is a big gap in between the sun and the moon at the moment because we're heading for a full moon where the whole of the face of the sun is lit by the light of, the whole of the face of the moon is lit by the light of the sun, the moon, the lit side is growing and growing each night. And that's because it's showing more and more of its face to the sun that we can see from our observations. Okay, the fact that it's gone into Pisces is now important because the sun is in Virgo. The full moon, which is eclipsed, partially eclipsed, is in Pisces. So the moon has entered the sign that it is going to be eclipsed and grow full in. And so a lot of the feelings, a lot of the atmosphere, a lot of the environmental stuff, the electromagnetic atmosphere that communicates to us the feeling in the atmosphere, the likelihood of us feeling certain in a certain way has already commenced, if that makes sense. Okay, so feel on out for that. With the moon in Pisces and a sun in Virgo, what we have done is intensified the things that I was talking about last week. So everything to do with duty, the writing of wills, the applying for attorney, the lasting power of attorney, all those things that are done legal requirements tend to come under this dutiful sign of Virgo, where things are sorted out, the nitpicking detail is sorted out. So you'll find yourself booking dental appointments, making hospital appointments, routine ones, going and getting your eyes checked. It's all this sort of thing. Taking the dog to the vets for his yearly vaccination. It's all that kind of stuff. So that intensifies because of the sense of duty, responsibility, and detail that Virgo, where the sun is, gets into. Pisces, of course, isn't that organized. But then the moon is in Pisces, and so it is not emphasizing it as a masculine energy. The sun, being such a masculine planet, is emphasizing Virgo. So that's the one that is really in our conscious. We're in the collective conscious or the collective unconscious. That sun in Virgo is the stronger of the two planets. Right. The other thing to look at is we've got Venus opposite Chiron over here. So Venus is at 2156, so almost at 22, and Chiron is at 22 already, 2226. Okay, that's close. What we get with this is a sense of, well, wounding is the word that everybody uses when it comes to Chiron. It's a sense of, this isn't fair. Wah! We all want to cry and scream and act like infants, really, because something doesn't feel fair. It feels unjust, or it feels humiliating or difficult. And so we kind of want to cry about it, really, feel very sad for ourselves. This is a sense of wounding that we get personally to do with ourselves. And so it can be a time when we're not just dealing with the routine appointments of Virgo as we approach a full moon in Pisces, we're also coping with or taking on board a sense of injustice, or things are not feeling great. You can feel alone. You can feel a sense of meaninglessness during a Venus-Chiron contact. So that one's worth bringing up. Now, there's one last thing to mention. I'll stop this share. So that I mean, I hope everybody's on spaceweather.com, because there is one really good way of keeping in touch with our universe, our cosmos, our solar system, and that's to watch space weather, because that's our reporting system for the physical things that are happening to the solar system. And with all physical things, there is an underside, a shadow side, and there is an incorporeal, secret, mystical, spiritual side to things as well, which you can usually deduce by looking at what's happening in the corporeal world. Okay, so you may have seen that we've got a massive coronal mass ejection heading our way, and the sun is currently at a height in the sunspot season, and so and as we know, and as I talked about last week, as far as I'm concerned, the sun is responsible switching on and switching off viruses that rewrite the DNA of our cells. So this is how the sun communicates with us. So it's all right. We've got an eclipse new moon. The air is unsettled. The atmosphere is unsettled anyway. And the way that the solar system kind of shows this, or the sun as an intelligent representative of a higher authority, is to join in with its own particular activities. And so the sun's joining in, and we're going to get quite a lot of geomagnetic activity, including auroras down to 50 degrees of latitude, which is quite low down. The UK will get them at that point. And it always makes me laugh when people want to run under an aurora and go, oh, how beautiful, because they're actually very dangerous. If you actually understood the ramifications of what all that stuff's doing, it's it's just not safe. They did some tests on passengers flying in aircraft when auroras were apparent, and the amount of radiation that they were off the Richter scale when they got back. But anyway, I'm sure we've been looking at these things and experiencing them for many hundreds of thousands of years, and we're still here. So I'm sure it's all fine. We obviously have a way of just managing it all. I'm sure the Earth's looking after us as well. So there we go. So what I'm trying to say, as far as the sun is concerned, is yes, let's factor that in as well. So the next couple of days could be quite interesting. I think the way to get through this is not to have a duvet day and try to avoid everything. I think it's the way is to attend to detail and get all those little jobs done. Make all those appointments and everything. Keep in with the solar energy, which is in Virgo. The Pisces energy and the moon there, the eclipse, the Venus-Chiron contact, all this is going to make us very vulnerable and sensitive and feeling lost, really, or sense of meaningless inside. And I think that's as well to be aware of. And this is soul stuff. So anything of this magnitude on the interior is soul stuff. And so let the soul deal with that in its own way, meditation, periods of quietness, but also be aware of the other side. The sun is in Virgo. There are things to do. Get on with those as well. And I think then you're doing the best you can with what's available in the sky. Brilliant. Okay, so I hope everybody's well and enjoyed the weekend. And I look forward to speaking to you on, well, every day this week, I think, which would be nice. And I'm hoping that that was useful, and I will definitely see you tomorrow. So I'll say goodbye now. Bye.